Good morning, students. Today we see the topic is welding inspection. What is welding inspection? Many characteristics of a weld can be evaluated during welding inspection, some relating to weld size and others relating to the presence of weld discontinuities. The size of a weld can be extremely important as it often relates directly to the weld strength and performance. For instance, undersized welds may not withstand stresses applied during services. What are the stages of welding inspection? There are three stages of welding inspection: before welding, during welding, and after welding. Before welding. Prior to welding, some of the steps requiring attention by visual inspector or supervisors. The following points are included. Review of drawings and specifications. We have prepared the components or joints based on the customer requirements. Once you have to start that work, before you have to properly study or review the drawings and specifications. Based on the specifications, we have to prepare the components or joints. Check qualification of procedure, welders, consumables or machines. The qualification of procedure, there are two procedures. First one is a welding procedure specification, second one is a welder qualification report. Welding procedure specifications. In these cases, mostly we depend on the welders. Based on the quality of welders, we give the quality of the welded joints. Once you have to recruit the welder, before you have to consider that welding test, then you have to recruit that welding people. Third one is a review of materials. Review of material in these cases, welding consumables, shielding gas, backing to be used. Welding consumables, so mostly you have to use that filler wire, electrodes. So these are the things of welding consumables. Once you have to start the work, before you have to confirm whether the expiry date or that quality are branded. These are the things you have to check. Review of base materials to be used. The base metal or parent metal is common. Almost we had received the test certificate from the customer. Based on that test certificate, if it's need, you have to conduct that another test. Then you have to confirm. Then you have to check that quality of that base metal. Based on the base metal quality, we achieve that quality of the welded joints. Next one is surface cleaning. Once you have to start the work, you have to cleaning the surface of the component. Maybe some rust, dirt or paint formed or available in the surface of the components. It will be to affect that quality of welded joints. Maybe it will be give that surface discontinuities. So inspection of edge preparation, inspection of raw material. Already we said that inspection of edge preparation, inspection of fit up. Inspection of fit up is a very important thing. Once you have to confirm the accessories, base metal of that welded joints, then you have to go for that weld fit up. Weld fit up is the initial stages of that welding. So what are the things you have to consider that weld fit up? Is weld fit up sometimes called as a joint fit up. Joint fit up checks a significant stage of the welding operation. The following aspects to be checked. So this is called as a root gap. This one is the land, is called as a groove face. This is the bevel angle, is a groove angle. This is the weld size. The tack weld is nothing but a temporary welder. Once the dimensions have to check, after that only have to start that welding process. Before you have to confirm each and everything, it will be in line with that process. During welding. In the during welding, the following aspects to be checked: the quality of weld bit, the quality of root bit. Quality of root bit is a initial welding. Once you have to start that work, when you have to conduct, when you have to start that first welding is called as a root bit or root weld. Sequence of weld pass. Once you have to complete the root weld, then again after you have to do that welding process in the top of the surface is called as a weld pass. Sometimes it's called as a layer. So next one is a interpass cleaning. In shield metal arc welding process, slag formations it will become. So you have to most concentrate to clean that slag formation. Then you have to do that welding pass. It will be give that strength of the welded joints. Heat input and speed. We use that optimized heat input and speed. Sometimes we use that manual, sometimes automatic welding process you have to use. Heat input means the voltage or current. You have to choose that right parameters. It will be help to give that quality of that welded joints. After welding. So after welding, the end stages of the components. Once you have to check that after welding, the components dispatched. The following aspects should be checked after welding is completed. Final weld appearance. The welded joint welding was over. have to check that final appearance. Last class we discussed about that visual inspection with the support of cages. So in this time, with the support of cages or accessories, you have to how to check that surface of the component, maybe any discontinuities, any flaw, any crack, maybe so available. So a lot of factors involve give that the quality of the welded joints. Then you have to final weld size, weld dimensions. So already we have that drawings specifications. Based on that drawings, you have to check that the final weld size. Amount of distortion, more amount of heat given that heat input, then only have to join the welded compound. So sometimes the distortion is possible. Have to check. There are two types of bend. Generally, the two types of bend, it will be bow bend or side bend. So based on the things, you have to remove it. Post weld heat treatment. So after the welding process, some of the stress stored inside of the component, so internal stress or residual stress, if you want to remove, you have to prefer for that post weld heat. Various types of post weld heat treatment process available: annealing, normalizing, hardening, tempering, as tempering. So as per the section ASME section 9, what type of process they are given. So based on things, you have to choose that post weld heat. Final, what type of test you have to choose. Once you have to destructive test or not. If you conduct that recruit a new welder, mostly you have to prefer for the destructive test. Sometimes the particular component need to reuse, that time most you have to prefer for that non destructive. So based on the customer requirements, you have to choose it. Thank you.